Stampers, it's Fiona Whitehead here from craftystamping.blogspot.com, and I'm here for you today with a panel card. This is not my invention, I'm sure there's lots out there. I got my inspiration from a wonderful lady called Elizabeth Shannon, and she did a dragonfly card like this, and I'm just using our beautiful U to do this one, and it pops out like that. And on the back of it, you can do an extra little piece at the back there with your birthday wishes for you to write on. Or you can just leave it as this one is plain, it's up to you. But it folds out and it pops. So that's our panel card. So without further ado, let's get going. I will do all my measurements in inches if that's okay. And on the blog, I'll put the centimetres if you need them. But I do work in inches. So your first piece is, I'm doing Whisper White. This is just Whisper White to show it, but I'm actually going to use Very Vanilla in my card. The size of the card is 8 1/4 by 5 3/4, and you score it at 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 5 and 6, and then you fold all those edges. Here's one I did earlier. So that's our scoring, and then when you fold it, it folds like this. So I'm actually going to be working with this vanilla one instead of the white. So when you've folded it, the first thing you do is to just put a panel card. I'm using Island Indigo and some of our lovely Falling in Love designer series paper. I love this paper. So that's the colours I'm going to be using today. So for the first panel card, you need your cardstock, whichever cardstock colour you choose, and this central panel is going to be 5 1/2 by 1 1/2. Oh, excuse, that's my clock bonging. It may bong again in 5 minutes. It's a very, very old clock. And now for two outer panels, we need two pieces the same size, and they are 5 1/2 inches by 2 inches. So I'm just going to glue those down. Please excuse me for not having my snail because I've run out again. And I'm waiting to put in an order. I do get through so much of it. But shh, don't tell anybody. You know, even us Stampin' Up demos sometimes run out of their tools. There we go. Simple, look at that. Oh, let's get it straight, Fiona. There we go. Now, on top of that, some designer series paper. And obviously, as you know, we are double-sided, but I'm going to use the butterflies today because they're so pretty. There you go. Make sure the butterflies are the right way around. That's not the right size, is it? Oh, here's my size. There we go. So these ones are 5 1/4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. So you need two of those, 5 1/4 inches by 1 3/4 inches. Look, I even put my butterflies the wrong way around then. As I say, all the measurements will be on my blog because this is quite measurement heavy, this card, and it makes it a lot easier if you can see them written down. I haven't really worked out yet how to get them all to come onto the video like some people do. I'll have to have a practice with that one. And you can leave the middle bit blank if you want, but I'm going to put one in because I've cut it out. So that's going to go on there as well also. You can switch it around. You know, you just do what you like. This is just an idea. It just gets you going when you sit there thinking, oh, I don't know what to do today. I can't think of what to do. And we all get days like this. So the central panel DSP is 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. Just stick a little bit of glue on that. Now, saying that, I have just started a Facebook group. So if any of you watching this are on Facebook and you want to come and join us, it's called The Joy of Sets. And what it is, it's a group for demonstrators and non-demonstrators, just anybody who loves Stampin' Up. And it's to try and get you to use all those sets that you've got in the backs of your cupboards that you've had for years, never maybe, some of them may not have even been stamped. And each week, or it might be more than once a week, because I'm loving the idea and we've got so many stamps to get through, I'm just going to put a name of a stamp set out there for you. And you come and join the group and you simply just put up your project. It can be a card, a 3D project, scrapbooking page, find the album for that set and pop it on there. So it's a bit like Pinterest, but on Facebook. It's going great. We've only been open 2 days and we've got nearly 500 members. So if you want to come and join us, find us on Facebook, The Joy of Sets. I'm sure you'll find us. Anyway, back to our card. I've done the Island Indigo again for the front panel, and we're now going to do some stamping. So let's get our lovely lady out. from the Beautiful You. I'm sure you all know this gorgeous stamp set by now. But just in case you're new and don't, you get both of these sets in our catalogue with these gorgeous images on, and they have just been so popular. The words are lovely too, and we just all love playing with them. So I'm going to use the dancer one, like I have done on my card. Let's pop her on the block. Make sure she's square. I'm going to use our basic black ink and stamp her on. Now I'm going to colour her in with a bit of the Island Indigo ink and a blender pen. You could use the aqua painter as well if you wish. The colouring pencils we've got haven't actually got the Island Indigo, so you could do a similar colour, but I'm just going to use this today. You could do more than one colour, but today I'm just going to keep it sort of quite simple. Just take up a little bit of the colour on the blender pen. Try and do a bit of the shading, so I'm going to leave that for a little bit now to just, we can come back to that when the ink is started to go a bit paler, shall we say. Let's just do some of that down there. And I'm just wondering how many of you have been playing with our watercolour pencils yet. Aren't they lovely? I had some ladies over for a crafting session last night. One was a beginner and she had a very high powered job, she said, and was just loving the fact that she could relax and craft, and it was her first time crafting, and she was a natural. She loved it. And we were just saying, it can be so relaxing. Takes you back to childhood a little bit, doesn't it? There we go. You can do, obviously, as many colours as you like. I'm just going to keep it simple just for today, just for the sake of our video. You don't want to sit there and watch me colour. There we go, simples. And because I can and because we love it, apologies there because my video stopped. My phone had decided to run out of charge, not charge, but capacity, because I only have an old phone. My husband keeps saying I need to get a new one, so I might. Anyway, where was I? I was doing a bit of Wink of Stella on her dress. There we go. Just gives that lovely little glittery shine. Now we're simply going to glue all these bits together. Pop that on there. And pop this on there. You can round the corners of this as well if you want to. But I would say if you're going to round the corners, then round the corners on all of them so that it all looks similar. That's going to go on there. Now for a banner, I have used one of our banner framelets with the Big Shot, and I've left it in here because I just want to show you what I've done. I've done this first in the Island Indigo. I cut one out in Island Indigo, which is here. There you go. I'm not going to use that one, but then I cut it out again in Very Vanilla. Now if I take the pokey tool, paper piercing tool as it's known, and pop the bits out here, you get the extra cutout that it has done. Do you know, it took me a while to work out why my thing wasn't cutting. It's because these had all built up and I didn't really realise they were there. So they are there, so you get two for the price of one, really. So what I'm going to do is take that one off, and I'm going to use the Island Indigo to go around that as a frame. You see? So that's what we're going to do with this. So I'm just going to use the Celebrate and pop that on with the Island Indigo on the little banner. 3 as my phone ran out again. Hopefully I can get to the end of this video. So I was going to stamp the word Celebrate onto this banner. There we go. In this lovely Island Indigo. And I'm just going to pop that on there. Just like that. There we go. Hope you can see that okay. And then, as I was saying, the outer bit goes there and gives us a border like that. So we're going to just glue this on first. You could use the very fine glue as well. if you have some. I had a bit of an accident with mine in that I left the top off my lovely Stampin' Up fine glue, and then when I tried to put the little, you know, that very, very fine pin into the end of it, it wouldn't go. So even hubby couldn't fix it for me. So there's learning there, don't leave your top off your fine glue. There we go. And that's our panel card. Hope you've enjoyed this, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Bye.